Welcome, everybody, to the Noisy Box stream. For your moms, baby. I hope y'all had a good ass day, because I had a very good day, productive day. Big change to the day, but you know, we're starting a whole lot of new things that we're embarking on our journey of this thing that they call life. And I can admit it's not easy. Starting a new routine, and my life is constantly changing, but how is everyone's life? Honestly, ask yourself that. How is your life? How are you doing? Are you progressing, or are you staying stagnant? Hope you're going forward always, but we got to talk about something. And why do we have to talk about this? Well, because I see it in my life, and it's pissing me off. And whenever there's something in life, I always like to have a little story, and we're gonna have a little visualization in this, because I think it really has to be explained. So what did I see? Well, you know, in my casual life, I see a lot of things, and one thing I saw that really pissed me off because it related to me in the past was there was this group of females, right? Now, I'm in a very social environment when I am in the process of making money or whatever it is I may do. I am a very social person, even though I may not be in social areas a lot. When I am, I shine. So as a bartender, which is what I do, I tend bars, but I also work with other people, and these other people just happen to be the other gender, females. So there's quite a bit of females in my space where I work, but then there is also a little bit of males, very tiny, more females, little less amount of men. What I realized is that now, me being me, I can be very quiet when I'm in an environment where I don't really trust. Kind of the situation I'm in right now. It's a very interesting situation. I'm trying to learn as much as I can, but what I've realized is that out of 3 men, which is me and this other guy and the other guy, and there was 4 females. 4 females. There were 4 females working that day. There was 7 bartenders in one bar. It was crazy. Anyway, one of the guys I realized was being talked to by one of the females in a very, very, very unpleasant way. And the reason why I want to talk about this, oh wait, hold on, is the music on? The music should be on. Yeah, the music is on. The reason why I want to talk about this is because I used to be in a position where I had female friends, right? I used to be in a position like that. I used to be in a position where I was bullied my whole life. Elementary school, middle school, it really stopped until high school because I started changing things. I started making more money. But in elementary school and middle school, I was just bullied. But no one ever touched me. And I think it was because of the presence I had, because I used to be in karate. I started karate at 8 years old and I stopped at age 14, 2nd degree black belt. I think that really changed my presence. But what I didn't tell people that, I think it was just how I walked and how I talked. It really changed that. So no one touched me. They only could talk shit. And what I didn't know was how to mitigate the talking shit. So I started to learn things around high school. And I want to present this. I'm 22 now. I went to high school in 15. So I learned a lot of studying. It went through a lot of going alone, not going to parties, not talking to people, getting girlfriends, talking to people, just going through it. So I want to spread this knowledge because what I realized at where I work at, there was this guy. He was one of the bartenders, and there was this female, and actually all of the females, they're very disrespectful to him. Now I understand why, and I'm gonna go into this because I know he's not the only guy who goes through this, and I want to spread some insight on how to mitigate this type of behavior because it's unacceptable. Now, as a man, you cannot let anybody talk to you like this, but you must understand that there are some parameters as to why it happens. We're gonna go deep. We have to go deep because this is unacceptable. And for the men who don't know how to mitigate this, if this is pertaining to you at all, if females talk to you in a disrespectful way, if men talk to you in a disrespectful way, this is the video for you because I'm going to lay it out. This is not a video about gaining respect because respect is a whole different thing. This is about not tolerating bullshit, okay? This is a video about not tolerating bullshit. And I went through a whole long life of tolerating bullshit. And then I had to learn, you know, how do I stop bullshit? Okay, so what we first got to talk about is the story. So, you know, it was us. We were making some drinks. You know, we're doing all things, tending the bar, making people feel good, giving people cocktails, giving them, you know, their nice alcohol. And I remember there was this one thing. I don't remember what they were talking about because I wasn't too invested in the conversation. You know, I'm really into the job. And she was like, well, bitch, like she was calling him a bitch and he wasn't responding to it anyway. And in my mind, I'm like, what? I thought this stuff was only in middle school and elementary school. I thought people talked to other people like this only in elementary and middle school, like, you know, in the, you know, schools. I thought that was over. This is a 25-year-old, a 27-year-old female talking to a 25-year-old man like this. He was just accepting it, you know. He wasn't saying anything to it, and he was just letting her talk to him like this. Now, I'm gonna first talk about how to mitigate to zero as to females talking to you like this, because there's a difference. There's different ways. It's different with men and it's different with females. So you need to understand that females will always test you. As a man, they will always test you because in their minds, they are always looking for the top alpha. because the top alpha is the one that will take care of their family. If you have not read the book, The Way of the Superior Man, you need to read that book 3 times because it will tell you the psychology of females. Now, you need to understand, in this scenario, when the guy was accepting the talk from the female, oh, you're a bitch, blah, blah, blah. In this day and age nowadays, you need to understand that no one is nice. No one is nice because everyone is living a fucked up life. At this day and age, everyone has a little bit of fucked up mind. And there's a lot of people who hate themselves. And what they'll do is they'll stress project. Now, I can guarantee you that 27-year-old female probably does not like her life. So she is stress projecting onto someone who will take it. Now, if you are in a position where other females, as a man, because I know there's mostly men viewers on this channel, if you are in a position as a man who is around a female and they talk to you like this is what you need to do. You need to understand that first, when you meet females, they are always testing you. So you need to understand that there's a little test that goes on. Now, usually the test is in 2 seconds with eye contact. The first look, okay, if you look away in under 2 seconds from a female, she has dominated you. Automatically, she does not respect you. But if you look at a female and you win the game of the 2 seconds, you have to win twice. Now, I went into a previous video, it's on my YouTube, about, I forget what the video is called. But I go so deep into that subject. I give a visualization. I lay it down for y'all because all my life I've gone through the bullshit disrespect, the bullshit of getting that, learning how to acquire it, and now it's just figuring out how to get it to people because I don't like seeing people be treated like this. I don't, especially men, I don't like people being seen treated like this because I was treated like that for so long. And I had to figure out, okay, I don't want to be treated like this, obviously. So what am I going to do? So I had to really go into the research mode. I really had to go into the research mode, and I just started watching people. I remember there was one thing I said to my homies. I was like, hey guys, I'm not going to talk to anybody for a whole year straight. I'm not going to talk to my friends. I'm not going to talk to anybody. I'm not going to talk to anybody. Don't text my phone. Don't do none of that. I'll see you in a year. And what I did was, whenever I went to parties, I would just watch people. I would study people, study body language. I would study my posture. I would study my walk. I would study my tone. I would study every single aspect of life. Just study, no talking, shut up and listen. That's one thing I did for a whole year straight. And then after that, I came back to the homies. I'm like, yo, okay, I'm just completely changed guy. So anyway, what I would recommend, if you are in a position where as a man, you are talking to a female and she talks to you disrespectfully, oh, you're a bitch, blah, blah, blah. What you need to do is you need to first understand she is testing you. Now, there is a fine line between acceptance and testing. When you first meet a female, she will test you. She will test you with the eye contact, but if you pass that test, she will then test your emotional stability. And when you fail the test of being accepting, of being talked to like that, you have failed the emotional stability test. And you have now programmed her mind to literally treat you as a punching bag. Honestly, that's what it is. Because we all live stressed, fucked up lives. We do. We all have this level of stress and we want to project it onto someone else. And sometimes, especially as a female who feels a lot, if you're talking to a female and her life is fucked up, she may hate her life. You know, there's a lot of people who grow up in a broken household and they just hate their life. They just hate themselves and they want to project that onto others. So you need to understand, if you are in a position where you are friends with a female, quote unquote friends, whatever it is, it doesn't matter how long you knew her. You need to tell her, hey, and listen, just tell her. And what I want you to do next, and try this out for yourself, anybody who's having any problems with being talked to dirty like this, because this is unacceptable. You need to understand that as a man, you cannot let anyone talk to you like this, because as a man, your manlyhood, everything is being tested about you. And if you fail the test, then you will be treated by everyone poorly. It's different when you're a female. Because females, what what happens is their beauty automatically softens everyone else. It's different. Now, if you're around females and you're a female, depending on how you let other females talk to you, it's different. Now, I'm not a female, so I'm not going to speak on females. But what I will speak on is the effect of males being treated like that by females. It's tenfold when a female disrespects you as a man. So what you need to do is you need to understand first, okay, boom, I don't want to be talked to like this. You don't want to be talked to like this. You don't want no female calling you a bitch. You don't want no female calling you fucking trash. You don't want people calling you that. But you need to first understand, okay, she's stress projecting. She's stress projecting onto me. She thinks I'm a punching bag because I have accepted her and I've accepted that role. First thing you need to do is you need to tell her when this happens, and only do it when it happens. Don't come out of nowhere and say, hey, well, I heard what you said and I don't really appreciate that. No, that is not the way to go. You need to address it when it happens, the next time it happens. So let me give an example. Let's say you're friends with someone for 1 year, right? Female, you're friends with a female for 1 year, right? You're a guy. You're out with her or whatever. Maybe you're out with other friends too. Doesn't matter. And she talks to you in a way that is disrespectful. Right then and there is when you address it. It doesn't matter how long you knew her. Right then and there is when you address it, because that is the first step. I swear to you, your life will change. When you start changing how people respect you or treat you, your life is going to change, because it is going to let you realize, whoa, I actually am worthy. Whoa, I actually don't need to be disrespected like this. Whoa, I actually don't like people talk to me like this. Whoa, I actually can change how people view me. But what you need to do, and this video is going to get so deep. It's going to get so deep and get very difficult and complex. But let's start with the basics first. What you need to understand is, it doesn't matter how long you knew the female. You need to understand that when a female talks to you like that, in a way that is disrespectful to you, you cannot tolerate it. You cannot. Okay? You cannot. You need to address it. And you need to put it in a way where it's like demanding. You cannot open it for suggestion. And don't use the voice don't. Don't use the words don't. I realize that don't is like a subconscious cue to the brain, where it actually means do. So it makes the other person incline more to do it. So let's say you're with a female, right? Your female friends or whatever. You're with, you're somewhere. You're at a party, right? And you're with your female friend, and then maybe you're with some guys, and maybe they bring their friends too, or whatever the case, right? You look at your female friend and you guys are talking about something, and she's like, don't fucking talk to me like that, bitch. Oh my god, even saying that, like, because that's the tone that she used with the guy at job. That would piss me off internally, but I would never show it externally. What you need to do is you need to pause for a minute. Don't laugh. Don't fucking laugh it off, because when you laugh it off, you are now submitting. Okay, now you're weak. Now you're accepting it. You must not laugh. Okay, soldiers, we're soldiers here. We're trying to get to the goal. Okay, we cannot laugh. Especially don't smile. You need to pause for a minute. You first pause, look her in the eyes, get serious. Don't laugh, don't smile, fuck that shit. Get serious. Look her in the eyes and say, I don't appreciate you talking to me like that. So I would appreciate it if you talk to me in a more respectful way. Get serious with it. Something like that. I change it up depending on the person, depending on the situation. Now, once you do that, her mind is gonna be like, her mind is gonna fry. She's gonna be like, what the fuck? I thought this guy would let me, talk to him however the fuck I wanted. Now all of a sudden he doesn't want to. She may try again. She may say, oh yeah, whatever. What you need to do, if a female responds to you like that, then automatically she does not respect you. But you must understand that if she does not respect you, she doesn't respect herself. So you need to ask yourself, do I want a friend like that? Do I want to talk to someone like that? What you need to do is you need to say, I already told you, so don't talk to me like that. Thank you. And then don't say please. That's a mistake I made. Like I say please. Like, what am I saying please for? You talking to me. I know I'm a cool guy. I know I have something to offer. I know I deserve some type of respect. I'm not going to say I'm the highest value man. No, at least not yet. But if you're talking to someone like that and they talk to you like that, you need to understand that you are a human too. You're a man too. You need to be treated good, as long as you don't treat other people bad. If you are a good man and you treat people, you know, with respect and loyalty, and you know those good virtues, I believe that you should be treated with some respect. But that's not what goes on through everyone's mind. You need to understand that, especially when it comes to females, females are always on a mission to find the best man. Always. It doesn't matter if you have a girlfriend. Does not matter. Does not matter if you have a girlfriend. If you have a girlfriend, you should be extra vigilant. You should be extra on your grind. You need to understand that someone will come along, talk to your girlfriend, and they might even try to get her number. And if she deems that guy more valuable than you, don't wake up someone else and someone else is fucking your girlfriend. This is just the way it is, okay? You need to understand it's about strategy. They're opportunists. This is how it is. This is how it is. So you need to understand that this is why men have to grind so much, because you are not trying to grind for the best female. You are actually trying to grind to be the best man. And what happens is, when you try to become the best man and the most free man for you, when you try and put in the work every day for you, when you try and want to travel the world and make more money for you, what you'll start to happen is that everyone else becomes attracted to that. And there's a certain level of respect that comes to that. But then you'll also still see that you might not get the respect that you desire. You need to understand that there has to be some boundaries set. So you need to tell her, look, if anybody is being treated like this by any female, look, I'm going to lay down a sauce right now. You need to understand it's simple, but not simple. And I'm going to try and lay it down as quickly as possible, as more efficiently as possible. And don't just believe what I'm saying. You need to go out there and try it. You need to go out there and try the validity of what I'm saying, because what I'm saying is not necessarily universally true. But what I am saying works for my damn life. So if it works for my life, that's all I can offer. All I can offer is my experience, and my experience is damn well valuable, because a lot of things happen in my life. I haven't even gone through 30% of what goes on in my life. My life is fun. But you need to understand that there is some things that goes on in the other people's minds when a female talks to you like this. So look, she tries it again. And we're gonna go into that number 3. There's something strange about that number 3. We're gonna go into it. But usually, when a female disrespects you once, and then you lay the boundary, and if she tries to do it again, and then you lay the boundary again, like, you get like, look, I already told you, don't do this shit with me. I already told you, don't do this shit with me. Now, there's a lot of females you may not have to do that with. There's a law. Depends on who you meet. But there will be some females who will test you like this, and it's honestly good, because it's like training. Gotta view it as training. That's how I view it. If a female ever were to talk to me like that, I view it as training. I'm like, okay, good, a moment to train, a moment to actually test myself. And I've gone through a lot of testing. So what you need to do is you need to understand, hey, you need to set the boundaries. Hey, look, I don't appreciate you talking to me like that. I don't want you to talk to me like that. Something to that effect. It depends on where you are, depends on the person. Put your own twist on it, but you need to let her be known, and don't try and challenge it. Like I've seen, and I've actually done this myself, just to see, you know, fuck, how do you stop it? Because there are some people out there who are just so mind fucked, and they don't love themselves to the point where they just want to hurt everyone else mentally. It's crazy. But what you need to also see is that you cannot challenge her, because she knows that you're not going to hit her, and she also knows that she won't hit you. And if a female does hit you, by all means, you have every right. Now, this is what I learned in karate. I fought both genders. Okay, I fought both genders. I got bested by females, I got bested by males. Notice I only said 2 genders. Okay, good, we're on that. Okay, I got bested by both genders. So I was in karate for a while, a long time, almost 8 years. And I fought both genders. So if you are in a position where a female touches you in a way that hurts you, you have all the authority to make sure the threat is removed. Now, this is what I learned in karate, okay? I'm not saying, you know, pulverize her. But what I am saying is show her you are not to be touched with in that way. If a female were to slap me, it depends on the reason. Depends on the reason. Now, a female would never do that because I am a good guy, okay? I'm a good guy. I treat everyone with respect. I treat the janitor and CEO same way. But if a guy were ever in that position where a female were to slap her, depends on the reason. But if she is doing it and her intention is to hurt you, threaten you, you need to show her the same pain so that she doesn't do it again. Now, that is personally what I learned in karate. Same thing with a guy. If a guy were to ever come up with the bullshit, I remove him. It's the same thing. Same thing. Same thing. Now, this is personally what I learned. You guys do you. But what I'm saying is, if a female were to talk to you in a way that's disrespectful, you need to lay the boundaries. The first time you lay it, second time you get a little less nice, you still gotta lay it. Just to remind you, because what she's doing is she's testing you again. She's actually trying to, what's the word? Comply with your demands, but she just wants to make sure that that's how you want her to be. It's kind of like she's subconsciously trying to validate what you desire her to do, because if she's around you, she obviously wants you to be around her, obviously. And if you are a good person in her life, if you are entertaining in a fun source in her life, she's gonna want to keep you around. So you need to tell her, look, hey, this is not how I want to be treated. And don't use the word this is not. Don't use the word want. Like, who cares about what you fucking want? It's about what you get, okay? It's about what you demand, okay? No one fucking cares what you want, okay? I don't want to be treated like, no one fucking cares. Don't treat me like this. Honestly, no one fucking cares about what you want, okay? It's about what you say. It's about what you demand. Hey, I don't appreciate being talking to like this. Don't talk to me like this, or we're not gonna, you know. And I want to throw in the ultimatum so soon. It really depends on a lot of factors, but you know, I don't appreciate being talked to like this. I won't tolerate that. Okay? Boundaries. Hey, when you talk to me like that, I don't appreciate it. I don't want to be talking to like that. Now, that's personally what I use a lot. I use the word appreciate because personally for me, it works. Okay? It's fine. It's fine. It worked for me. Anyway, but for a lot of people, it depends. It really depends on how you look, your status, what type of money you got. It really depends. The more valuable and high status you are, the less you have to say to get that sort of treatment. It's weird. There's a lot of things that go into it, but you need to set boundaries. When I heard that female say, you know, when I heard her say, you know, you're a little bitch to the guy, that hurt me. But what his response was, it was more complaining, it was more sad, it was more submissive. So naturally, she's gonna want to keep doing it. Now, it's not that she wants to be like that, it's that you're literally accepting her to be that. So she thinks that she should be that around you. So man, if a female is ever talking to you like that, you need to set the boundaries. You must set the boundaries first. Now, here's what I am going to explain that I have found in the beginning stages. Now, what I said before was if you have a long relationship with her. In the beginning stages, when you meet a female, you need to win first. You need to win. And there's something that happens in 2 seconds, and it's this eye contact war. It's an honest war. The first second is testing, and then the second second is deciding who's the winner, draw, or the loser. And when you look at a female, this is why I always tell men, look forward. If I'm ever in a position where I can inspire someone, I'm always fucking inspiring people. I'm here. And in life, I talk to the people the same way. I'm always fucking doing some shit. When I see, especially these young people, oh my God, they're heavily misguided. I was talking to the 16-year-old, and we were just talking. I was talking to him about the situation where he hit a female, and you know, about what it takes to become better. I haven't seen him in a while, but I hope I get to see him again because there's some things that I need to mention to him. But you need to make sure that you spend a lot of time looking at people. And by looking at people, I mean feeling what it feels like to feel people. You need to feel people's presence. You need to feel fear of looking at someone's eyes. You need to feel the fear of looking away. You need to feel people's energy. You need to feel people's spiritual power. It doesn't matter who the person is, you look at them. This is what I call the draw, win, and lose. There is a way to lose, there's a way to win, and there's a way to draw. When you look at someone, for the first 2 seconds, if the female looks away first, she's actually saying, come and get me. She's actually saying, hey, I like you. Hey, I think you're a dominant. You know, talk to me. Now, this is usually just, I like to say it. I have a different way of spinning this, but it's the same universal rule. If you look at someone, there's something that goes on, and I call it the war. There's a war going on. It's an eye contact war. It happens in 2 seconds. You can either win, lose, or draw. Now, what I do is whenever I'm talking to people, I like to either win or draw twice. I don't purposely win because I don't want confrontation. Now, this is the chase with men. But when I'm talking to females, I always make sure I only look away after the first 2 seconds. Or I keep the eye contact after the 2 seconds. I trained like this for a fucking year, doing this with every female. I didn't care who it was. Every female, every guy. I did this for a year straight on my quest of trying to become better. For me, I've changed a whole lot. And solitude, I think, is a great way for a man to learn about themselves, to change themselves. Before that year, I was walking with a slump. I was walking like a dinosaur. Fucking weird. I was looking my eyes down. I was very unconfident with people. I had no way to talk with ability, with no energy. I was low talking. Felt weak. So I had to take that year, and I had, fucking obviously you want to be stronger. I was already in karate, so I already was blessed with pretty good physique. So I just kept looking at people. I went to parties. I didn't say shit to people. I didn't say shit. If a female came up to me, I didn't say shit. Well, I did say shit, but I wasn't really interested in that goal necessarily. It was more about learning about body language. It was more about learning about myself. It's learning about why people do what they do. It was really just a big journey on human psychology. And this is what I tell people when they say, oh, I'm in psychology for school. What the fuck do you need that for? Go out, spend a year, don't talk to nobody, and just watch every single person you see. Watch them in the supermarket, stare them down. No, I'm kidding, don't do that. Just see what it feels like, in this 2 second war, because there's something that happens and you can either win, lose, or draw. And how you win is, you have 2 ways to win. You can either outlast a person under 2 seconds, or just above 1.86 and just under 2 seconds. I round it to 2 seconds to not make it complicated. No one likes complicated shit. Anyway, you're safe in the 2 second mark. But it's even better if you can calculate it down, which I don't have fucking time to perfect. Okay, just 2 seconds. Let's just engrave that. Okay, so you can either win once or twice. In 2 ways. I mean, you can win in 2 ways. If the female looks away first, you won. If you outlast her, and maybe she lasts 1 second looking at you, but you keep your eye contact, you won. So either she looks down instantly, or she looks at you and then you outlast her. Those are the 2 ways to win. Now, if you look at a female in her eyes, but she is looking down and she doesn't even give you any eye contact, she probably had a bad day. But that's okay. We're not looking at that. That's one way to win. Now, what I like to do is draw. I constantly draw. I'm not interested in beating anybody. I'm not interested in winning. I'm not interested in winning over you. What I like to do is I like to humble myself so that I show no aggression to you, but I'm not someone to fucking push around. I'm not that. Okay? So this is why I draw, and this is why I made this concept up. I figured it out. I don't know if anyone's talking about this in terms of the draw concept, but I figured out there's a way how to convey, look, don't fuck with me, but also I'm not here to, mess around with you. I'm not here to bully you. Don't fuck with me, but I'm not trying to hurt you. I'm not a bully. So there's a concept I made called drawing, where since it takes 2 seconds, and I'll tell you why there's a 2-second mark, you can draw with someone. Here's what you do. There's a couple ways to draw. The first way to draw is if you look at someone and you both look at each other in the 2-second mark and then you both look away. Okay, you draw it. Cool. You now know, okay, I'm not someone to be fucked with. They're not someone to be fucked with. We're cool. Okay, we're cool. When it comes to a female, now what I've noticed is that more masculine more females with a little bit more masculine energy in them tend to draw with you more if you practice that enough. But then I realized that over time drawing with them, they actually try and submit. It's weird. But we're gonna talk about drawing, and this is drawing with females. There's a couple ways to draw. One is, you both look at the 2-second mark and you both keep that eye contact. Second way to draw is if you keep eye contact with someone for 2 seconds and then you look away, but they're still looking, that's okay. It's perfectly fine. It's not submission. Okay, men? It's perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. Don't think that you're weak or you're submissive when you are looking down. It's not true. Yes, if you go around looking down at life, yes, you're a pussy. But if you learn the draw technique, you can perfect it, which I have. I do this all the fucking time and it works. No one wants to harm me. And I have told people I am not trying to harm you. So it's very good in developing a comfortable space around you. So when I'm around people, everyone's comfortable with me. Everyone knows I'm not hostile, and it's all done in 2 seconds. And this is the perfect way how to maneuver life. People don't fuck with you. And also, they know that you're chill. You're a cool guy. Depending on the person. If you're an actual asshole and you try and hurt everyone else, then no, people are not going to respect you regardless. But if you can show that you're not a harm to other people, and that they also do not harm you, you're cool. You will go through life literally changing everything. You'll go through life shifting. Interestingly, like practice the draw technique. You will see how differently people treat you. Now, there's a lot of factors that go into it, and honestly, it would take like a 10-hour video for me to actually explain it all. I have so much in my darn mind that it's hard to just say it all. That's why I talk fast, but I'm trying to convey it to you. Watch this stream. I post all my streams on YouTube. Okay? All my streams are on YouTube. Twitch, for some reason, wants to delete shit. If you need to reference a video again, go to my YouTube. My YouTube is noisy_fox. All the same shit, okay? Go to my YouTube and look at my videos. I talked about this in-depth eye contact thing, very in-depth. But what you need to understand is that when it comes to a female, there's a way to draw. So either you keep the eye contact both 2 seconds and then you both look away, or she keeps that contact with you for 2 seconds and then you look away, or you both look at each other and then both look down. Now, that's a way to draw, but I never do that because I'm the type of person that will always keep eye contact with you for 2 seconds and then cut it off. I don't overstare and I don't understare. That's why it's called draw, because it's a war. It is honestly a war. I don't know why humans have to go through this. It's always competition everywhere you go. But you need to understand that you cannot lose. And if you want to win, then fine. Okay, you can win. But what I found is that, and yes, I did try that place. What I found is that winning over, and this is with men, because it's much easier to convey that to a female, because females want to naturally surrender in their female energy, but men want to be dominant. Men want to dominate other men. It's much more peaceful, okay, if you just draw with men. If you go through life and you try and dominate other men, you will find more men either dislike you, envy you, hate you, want to attack you. You will find this, especially in men who are of lower value. You will find this. So you need to understand that if you develop the draw technique, if you practice it, you can perfect it, your life will be so much more. Honestly, my life has changed when I figured out, how do I convey body language that isn't harmful or isn't not intimidating. Intimidating is the wrong word. That is more calmer. How do I, because for me personally, I don't know why, but I've always been told that I'm an intimidating guy. Now, I don't think so. I don't think I'm an intimidating guy at all. I have a beautiful smile. I have a nice face. I have an okay physique. And, I'm chill. But you need to understand that people may see you as intimidating if you overlook. This is why you draw. So I want to go into a visualization, and I'm back to the talk about if females talk to you like this. And we gotta talk about this. We gotta talk about this. And you lose. You guys know how to lose. I don't really have to go explain that. Just don't look away, and you'll never lose. Don't look away, and you'll never lose the war. If you look away, you will always lose. Unless it's after the 2-second mark. Now I'm gonna go into. Let's go into my whiteboard real quick. Dun 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 dun. Oh wait, desktop audio. Oh, that's the wrong one. That is the wrong. Okay, well, that's not gonna work out then. All right, fine. So let me go into my whiteboard real quick. Everyone can see this. I'm pretty sure. Yes, everyone can see this. So let's say we have you. All right, you. Now, for anyone in the chat, you have a question or anything you want to say, look, I'm here to answer the question. All right. Now, again, these are all from my experiences. They're not universally true. See what works for you by going in life and doing it. And then you have a female. Draw her butt. Am I drawing her ponytail? Actually, let's put a little hair on this guy. Let's put a little what else does the guy have? He has a little afro going on here or whatever. He's some, he has him, whatever. Anyway, ponytail, whatever is on this. Okay, so this is the female, right? What the hell is that hand? Anyway, let's say you are going to you're in a party, right? You're in a social gathering with other people. Let's say it's you, right? It's you alone at this social gathering and you meet a female. Now, you meet her. What is going to determine how she treats you in terms of what happened at the job? It really depends on your emotional stability. It really depends on how you can take someone talking to you in that type of way. But what you have to first do is, if you want it to stop, and look, I get it. Look, for some reason, fucking people want to do this shit. But this is the world. If you want it to stop, if you want to be treated better by females, you need to first understand how to draw. And this is why I went into drawing. You need to understand how to draw. I was just checking if anyone was in the chat. First, you need to understand you need to win the 2-second war. So you must first win in eye contact. When you win in eye contact, you either win or draw. Winning is better when it comes to women. Winning is so much better when it comes to women. Because women, again, they want that masculine energy to be dominant. But when it comes to... Now, I'm not an expert in women, okay? But I do talk to a lot of people. But when it comes to women, you need to understand that you need to win or draw that 2-second mark. Now, a woman will test you twice. A woman will test you twice. First, she will either look away really quick, or the second time she may hold eye contact a little bit more and then look away. Now, that's how you win. That's how you win with females. When she looks away first, very quickly, or she may hold it a second longer or a little longer, a couple milliseconds longer than you, and you're still looking. You cannot surpass the 2-second mark. It's such a fine line, because what happens is after the 2 seconds, what happens is confrontation. If you ever notice when you look at someone and you stare a little bit too long, this happens with me when I see beautiful women. Like, I'll look and I'll be like, whoa. Sometimes I'll overlook, and then there's like this force that says, there's like this inclination on her part. She's like, hi, how are you doing? Or she'll feel a little uncomfortable, or she'll do something that kind of invokes confrontation. And whether this confrontation is a simple hi, simple conversation, because it's the awkwardness. It gets awkward after 2 seconds. And this is why you need to practice just that 2-second mark, just a little under. It's not exactly 2 seconds, but I round it to 2 seconds to make it easier. You'll be fine in 2 seconds. You'll be fine. Count. I'm literally saying count. This is what I did. Look at someone and count 1, 2, look away. That's how you draw. 1, 2, look away. That's how you draw. 1 or 2, and they look away first. That's how you win. 1 or 2, but you look away first before the 2-second mark. That's how you lose. You must understand that you must always keep the eye contact at 2 seconds, no more, no less. If you keep it no more, no less, you will always draw. You'll always be cool. Always be cool with people. People don't want to fight me, and I don't want to fight other people because I'm cool with it. I'm just chill. Because I do it through eye contact. In the first 2 seconds, I have shown you, hey, don't fuck with me, but I'm cool with you. I'm no threat to you as long as you're not a threat to me. We're cool. With females, it's different because females not trying to fight you and you're not trying to fight the female, so it's different. What you are doing is you are trying to establish dominance. Now, when you look at a female first and she looks at you and you win. Let's say you win. You have passed the first stage. In her mind, she has deemed you as the best man for her kids in that moment. If you have not read The Way of the Superior Man, you will not understand you will not understand deeply on this subject. Now, the next stage is emotional stability. She will now talk to you. And you will talk to her, your conversation. What she'll throw emotional demeanors, or not, what's the word? Emotional hits onto you, just to test your emotional stability. There's a lot of stages of tests that the female goes to determine what is the best man for her kids. Now, this is the next one. You first have to win the eye contact stage. If you lose the eye contact stage, it will be so hard to get her. It'll be so hard. It'll be so much harder because there is some guy out there who will win the first test, and she will go for that guy over you. So you must win first, and then next what will happen is she'll throw like banter, throw like little hits on you, what you do. I personally love this stage. This is my most favorite stage because you can use this so much and have fun with it. For me personally, I like a little aggression from a woman. For me personally, I like it when a female, throws a little banter, because I know that if I do a little banter because I like to play with it, then she can take it. She won't cry. She won't sit there and just fucking cry. I'm not, trying to say, that, anyone's weak or anything. I'm not trying to say that. But what I am saying is that when a female does that with you, personally, I like it. But when a female does that with you, you need to be able to take it. And you need to understand you will be tested. You'll be tested. You will be tested in intervals of 2 or 3. The 3 is a dangerous number. It's a really good number or a dangerous number. So let's say you win eye contact. You win eye contact with the female. Now, this is all going back to what happened at my job, okay? This is all going back to it. And I want to tell people how I have mitigated this to 0 when talking to new females or talking to females that I know, okay? That used to treat me like this. And I actually don't talk to the people that have talked to me like this before. The people that I've used to know in high school, I'd say like 95% of them I don't talk to anymore. But anyway, that's not the point. For you, once you win the eye contact stage, you are now in stability stage. A female will test you. First, she'll maybe say, oh, why your muscles aren't that big? You know, you're scrawny. She may say that. Emotional stability. She's trying to test if you can handle yourself emotionally. So what she's going to do is she's going, oh, you got small muscles or whatever. You're not really shit. You're scrawny. You need to do a couple of things. Now, it all goes back to that, don't talk to me like that. Here's the thing. It's different when you know a female for a long time and she talks to you like this versus when you first meet her. Now, don't mind me alt tabbing. Okay, I'm just seeing if anyone is saying anything in the chain. Okay, anyway, we got that. You need to understand that after the eye contact stage, you can actually safely assume that this girl wants you to take her out. You can actually safely assume that. Once you win the eye contact stage and you guys are talking, you can actually safely assume that this female actually likes you. You can safely assume that. So what she's going to do is she's going to go through all the stages. She's going to go through all the stages of testing. Look, this ain't nothing personal. It's fucking business. But she has to make sure you're a good asset. She has to make sure you're a good stock. She has to make sure that your stock is going up, not going down. She has to make sure that you know, the mutual bond, the index funds are going to go higher. She has to make sure that your value is going to go up. So she has to test you. So your emotional stability will be tested. She will say, oh, your muscles aren't that big. You know, you look scrawny. You can either laugh it off. Let's see. You can either laugh it off, you know, lightly. You can either laugh it off. You can say, you know, boundaries. You can start doing boundaries. Or you can say nothing. Nothing said. You can do one of these three things. Now, let's go back. Let's go to laugh it off. Okay, so if a female emotionally stability, if a female tests you emotionally through these tests, if you are going to choose the route of laughing it off, now a lot of people subconsciously laugh. You may need to change that, but here's what I'm going to say when laughing is actually profitable. Now, a lot of people on YouTube may say, oh, laughing is weakness. Not necessarily true. Laughing is actually a good way to test someone in return. Females want to test guys, but a lot of guys won't test females. And this is what I do. What I do is I test other females. When it comes, because I know this is inevitable. I know the emotional stability test is going to be inevitable. I know it's going to be there. You must understand, laughing it off is not necessarily weakness, depending on how you use it. If you laugh it off, though, and you say it like it's no joke, blah, 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 fun. After the first time, you still have a second chance. What she will do is she will do it again, though. It always will happen in intervals of 3. Always. For some reason, that number 3 is so important. If she won't say it like after again, she'll say it later. Females are just subconsciously on steroids, bro. Like, their subconscious mind is so aware, but they're consciously at the same time not aware. It's so fucking weird. Anyway, if you take the route of laughing it off, you have one more chance to pass the test. You have one more chance. If you laugh it off when she says something, oh, you're scrawny, and if she may say something different, will not be the same. She will say something different. Oh, what's something to say that may hurt eyes? Oh, you're not that strong, or you know, sometimes when you talk about physique, it may hurt a guy. But let's say you're in a position where a female says, oh, your pee small. Oh, your pee small, you ain't gonna do shit. Okay, blah, blah, blah. If you laugh it off the second time, what you have now done is something dangerous. This is when laughing is dangerous, because after the third time, she has now set a program for when talking to you that you are someone she can be a punching bag. She can throw all her emotional bullshit onto you. She can throw all her emotional shit onto you. Females don't want their emotional problems solved. All they want is someone to throw it on. They want someone to throw it on. Now, I wouldn't say that's the case for all women, but what I have found is that when a female's complaining to you, she just wants to fucking complain. Honestly, if a female's going to complain, all she wants to do is complain. She doesn't want you to fix it. She just wants you to be there and complain. If you're going to take that, if you're going to be in a position where as a man, you're going to take that and you're just going to listen there and sit there and just listen to her complaining, she doesn't want you to fix it. She doesn't want to hear your fucking clues, or she doesn't want that. She wants you to just be there and take your complaining. Okay? So you need to understand that as a man. So the second time, if you laugh it off, you have now done something dangerous. And it's much harder to get out the hole when you've done it. Laughing it off twice is dangerous. But, like I said before, laughing it off is not necessarily weakness. This is the point where you get to see who she really is. Now, I'm going to talk about something I do. And then I'm going to get to what happens. When you laugh it off the second time, the third time, you will start to notice that she just stopped giving a fuck. She'll say whatever the fuck she wants. She'll complain. She'll do all this shit that's emotional to you. You have now become her punching bag. The third time is when she has developed that understanding. Okay, this guy's a punching bag. Fuck him. Anyway. If you laugh it off the third time, you are now, let's just put it simply, you are now friend zoned. If your goal was to try and get the pom pom, but you laugh 3 times after her emotional stability test, the second time is dangerous. The second time is cutting it close. The second time is cutting it close, but I'll talk about what I do. You are not in a friend zone. You have now put yourself in a place where it is extremely difficult to get out of there. Extremely difficult. Now, good females, the ones that don't want to fucking try and disrespect you and, you know, all that bullshit, will not try and banter you. They won't try and put you down. They won't try and do that. After the third time, they'll just say, accept you as a weak man, friend zone, and you're just there for her emotional needs. But there will be a lot of females who will continue to put that onto you as long as you stay and you don't set boundaries. So we now know what happens with laughing. If you laugh it off twice, the third time, and then you don't say anything, you don't change it, it's dangerous. So don't laugh it off. Don't laugh it off unless you're like me. I have a very specific technique. Now, again, everybody's technique is going to be different. Everybody's way on doing things is going to be very different. That's why I'm saying don't just believe everything I'm saying. Go out there and fucking try it. Go out there, look at people in the eyes, talk to females. Just go out there and try it. Okay? Don't just believe everybody. Because when you start just believing everybody, you're stupid. Because when you're stupid, you're not developing your own way. Okay? So go out there and try the validity of people. Because what I am saying is working from my experience in life. It is not universally true, but it works for my life. And that's all I can put out. I bet you guys have never seen anything like this. You've never seen it. That's how you know it's authentic. It's coming from me. It's coming from my personal experience. You've never seen anybody talk about it like how I talk about it. Because it's unique to my life. Everyone has their own unique way of doing things. Laughing is dangerous unless you know how to use it. Now, boundaries. Let's say you are being emotionally tested by a female. You win the eye contact test. Now, this is actually the hardest stage. This is the hardest stage for a lot of men to pass, but it's very possible. If you set boundaries off rip on the first banter, on the first test, if you say, for example, if she says, oh, you're weak, your muscles aren't that big, and you say, look, don't fucking talk to me like that, or hey, look, I don't appreciate you talking to me like that, that has shown that you have been actually emotionally hurt. I do not do this. I don't set boundaries off rip. Because when you set boundaries off rip, it is shown that you're emotionally fucked. You have emotionally been affected by her. She's testing you. You guys have to understand that it's all a test. It is not because she hates you. It's not because she wants to hurt you. She's just testing your viability as a man for her kids. That's all. That's all. Once you understand why it's happening, you'll start to understand women a little bit better. This is for the men that want to understand women a little bit better and don't know why it's fucking happening. This is why it's happening. It's a test. That's all. Stop fucking hating women. Stop hitting women. Stop doing, oh, women ain't shit. No, fuck that shit. They're just testing you. They're testing your viability as a man for kids. Understand this. So when you can win the eye contact stage, you go into the emotional stability stage. If you put the down boundaries off rip the first time, you have lost. Do not do it at first. Don't do it. It has never worked for me. I don't think it will work for anybody else. Just don't do it. You set boundaries, because I've tested with a lot of people. I tested different ways with a lot of people. I like to test people because I don't give a shit about what other people think about me. I've been bullied for so many fucking years of my life. Elementary, middle school, it doesn't fucking work on me, okay? But I didn't want to be treated like that my whole life. So how can I change my response to people and people's response to me? This is how I did it. So, spent a whole year fucking trying to figure out how this works. Boundaries. Do not do the boundaries off rip first time. It's better you do it the second time. Why do you not do it the first time? Well, because you have been defeated. She has defeated you. She has known that you are emotionally hurt. She can sense it. What you must do is, if you are going to take the boundaries route, you must laugh the first time. Or just keep a stern face, but, you know, keep it a little less nicer. I've seen, now I have a friend group. Okay? I'm not with them right now. We're kind of split, but there was this guy. He's my friend. I'm not really sure the status of us right now, but he used to get so many females. So many females. And what I used to see him do is, whenever a female would say anything to him, he always would talk to females when other guys were with him. When other guys were with him, what he would do is he would throw that banter onto some other guy in a group that was weaker than him. That's what he would do. So let's say you have a group of guys. Now this is going to be a small little lesson. All right. So you have 3 guys. What he would do is, if a female that he was trying to get, let's say, and this is him, this is 2 other guys that are just weaker than him in the social hierarchy. 1, 2. What he would do is, if he's trying to get with her and have sex with her, and she tests him, because she has already devised who's the top guy in the social hierarchy, so she's going to go for him. What she has devised is that, okay, I got to test him. She has devised who she wants to test. What he'll do is he'll take her banter and be like, oh no, it's actually this guy. So let's say, for example, she says, oh, I bet you ain't that good at sex. What he'll say is, me? Nah, that's him over there. He ain't got shit. The last female that said his pee-pee was small or whatever. She'll throw it on to him. Now she's completely distracted by what he did. So now he'll throw it on him. Number 2. And what he has done in this situation is actually put him so low, depending on his reaction, depending on what he says, he has put him so low to the point where he never has a chance with female. He never does. It's over for him. And then what he'll do is he'll move on and he'll dominate the others. Now, what I realize in this, because I would never play in the bullshit, what I like to do is I like to just watch. I like to just watch, and I would always see and just watch. I would always see and just watch. And this is how I learned this. I would like to always watch. what I never saw him do was, if a female would ever talk to him like this, and I don't know how he acted in person. I don't know. But when other men are around him and he's trying to, you know, have sex with a female, this is what he would do. This is another way of setting boundaries. This is actually another way of setting boundaries, but it's not good. Okay? Don't banter your boys. Don't be mean to your boys. Don't try and dominate your boys. Don't try and downplay your boys. It's not cool. Not fun. It's not. You know, you guys are boys. You guys, you're with the boys. You know, you're having fun. You guys are trying to get pussy together. You know, you guys got to be friendly to each other. I'm just saying that's another way how to set boundaries. But it's not the best way. I just want to point that out, because if your guys do, if you're in a friend group with another guy and they do this to you, this is actually what is going on. But this is how to set boundaries. This is how to tell her, okay, don't fuck with me. Okay, don't fuck with me. Anyway, you must understand that if you set boundaries off rip first time, she's not going to be interested. Okay, you just failed the test. You just failed the test. Okay, do it the second time. It works better the second time. Hey, she says to you, "Oh, your pee small. Look, I don't appreciate you talking to me like that. I don't appreciate you. I would not like, or rather, don't say the word don't. I don't appreciate you talking to me like that." I keep saying the word don't because it's so hard to explain it without the word don't. Personally, what I do is I use the sentence I'm using. I use don't, but it's a fine line because it really depends on where you are and who you're talking to. And what I mean by putting don't in the subconscious mind, it's like when you actually say don't, it means do it. It's weird, but it really depends on who you are. If you're a weak, obese guy, especially if you use the word don't, and you use this, she's not gonna respect you. Okay, so you have to be in a kind of situation. I have used don't for so long, but that's actually what the word don't is. It's like a word to say do. You can say, I am not appreciative of how you are speaking to me, and I will not tolerate that. Say that the second time. Put it like that. Or be like, hey, if we're going to talk, you know, don't talk to me like that. Or, hey, if we're going to talk, it would benefit us if you do not talk to me like that. Something like that. Just put a boundary. Just make it known to her mind that you just are not going to be a punching bag. Do it the second time. Not the first time, but do it the second time. If you are going to set boundaries this way, it is better you either laugh it off the first time or you do nothing said. You can either do one of these. You can either laugh it off or nothing said. I prefer to laugh it off. And we're going to go into why I do that. And this is going to be a long stream, isn't it? We're at the hour and 14-minute mark, y'all. I hope y'all enjoying. Look, make sure y'all join the family. Hit that follow button. Come on, we got a whole lot of freeing the minds to do. Let's do this together. So she is going to banter you or whatever. Second time, you set the boundaries then. Do not set boundaries the first time because you have emotionally failed. Now, we understand boundaries now. Cool. And speaking is so much better than action because action can sometimes be scary. Like punching the wall or whatever. That's scary, okay? Don't do that. That has shown that you have emotionally failed too. Even though she may not say anything, fear is weakness, okay? Fear is weakness. You need to just simply show dominance. And this dominance is just with your words. Okay, now a lot of people go this route because they just don't know what to say. I'm telling you what to do. I'm telling you what to say. Okay, so you don't have to go this route. It is the most dangerous in my opinion. Nothing said. It is the most dangerous when it comes to men. It is the most dangerous when it comes to females. Okay? Cannot go this route. This route is the most dangerous. If a female banters you, oh, your muscles ain't that big, you know, you ain't shit, you can't fight, and you say nothing, oh, you're fucking spoiled. It's over. Because what's going to happen is she's going to try and fill up the awkwardness of you not saying anything, and she might even say things more. She might even say things more. And that just, fills in her mind more and more that she can talk to you. She's just trying to figure you out. Honestly, she's just trying to figure you out. Depending on your look, like, I found it's different for a lot of people. But if you are in a position where you don't understand why females may do this, look, this is why they do it, okay? They're just trying to figure you out. They're just trying to test you, see your viability as a top guy to take care of her kids. That's all she's trying to do. If you take the route of nothing said, and you're a big, strong dude, but you have a mean-looking face, like a very, very, like, strong-looking, stern face, it's better. It's okay to use the nothing said. It's not good, but it's not as bad if you're like some guy who isn't maybe that strong, maybe has a little baby face, you know, a harmless face. I can't have a harmless face. I don't use it because I use my smile to make people comfortable around me. But you need to understand that if you do the nothing said route, what she's going to do is she's going to be like, okay, this guy doesn't know how to socially interact with people. He's fucking weak. Get out of my face. Females can be ruthless like that. That's what they think in their head. Oh, this guy doesn't know how to emotionally react in situations. Get the fuck out of my face. He's weak for my kids. I don't like him. So what she's going to do is the banter and the well, not banter. Banter is not the wrong word. The bad talking, the disrespect is going to continue. After the second time of you saying nothing, you have soiled yourself. You will probably never get this girl. Just forget her. Okay? Practice on someone else. Don't even try. You can if you want. If you just, you know, feeling ballsy or whatever, you can. In my experience, it has never worked. Okay? It's never worked. Going the saying nothing route is the most dangerous because you could literally fuck it all up in the first try. You can literally fuck it all up. So it's better to, this is what I do. This is what I do. And I'm not going to say it's the best way, but this is personally what I do. Let's go back to this. Because let's go boundaries, and nothing said. Okay. There's different ways you can get female not talk to you like this. Now, it's not what I see a lot of people do is they'll try and hide actually their emotional insecurity. You have to have something backing it up as to why someone can't talk to you like this. This is why you have to grind. This is why you have to go do push-ups. This is why you have to make yourself more valuable. This is why you have to do more as a man. Now, if a female bad talks you, what I do is when if a female were ever to try that, which, you know, they have to, but different females do it in different ways. If a female talks to me like this, the first thing I will do, I'll always pass the eye contact test. I never lose. I never lose the eye contact test. It doesn't matter if you look like freaking a monster truck. I will never lose eye contact. I will either draw or win. That's it. There is no in between, or rather drawing is in between. There is no losing. I don't lose eye contact. It's very bad you lose it. Okay. Anyway, I never lose. So I always get into stage 2 instantly. With any female, I'll get into stage 2 always. So if a female ever talks to me like this, I will laugh it off first. I will divert to laughing it off the first time, because laughing it off, what you can do when you laugh, and I love doing this, what you can do with laugh is you can actually turn it into a way to charm her. I'm a very charming dude. Very charming dude. So I like to, you know, charm. I like to charm people. So I like to, you know, make people feel comfortable around me. I like to be nice, you know, I like to be that guy. I don't like awkwardness, because I know awkwardness throws people off. That's why nothing said is dangerous, because it provides awkwardness. Laughing it off shows that you were kind of hurt, but not really. Like, I don't give a fuck. For me, I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit if a female talks to me like this. Like I said, I like that. Like, I like that aggression. This is my favorite stage. I always get to it. I always get to it and I love it. So you can turn it into a way of charming. Like, oh, you don't have that big of muscles. You know that, Sean. Oh, really? Let me show you. And then I pick her up or something like that. Like, don't talk to me like that. Or, you know, something like, well, you ain't that big strong either. What you gonna do? You gonna fight me? You gonna fuck me up? Like, what can you do? Like something like that. Something a way to turn into a flirtatious movement or some way to charm it. You know, that's what I do. I laugh it off first. It's passing, but not passing. So it's kind of in between. But what it also can do is you can now test her emotional stability. It's a test. It's all a test. I do not do this because I'm unconfident. I am very confident in myself to talk to any females. But what you must understand is that you need to also see if this person is even worth your time. You know, someone who's going to talk to you in any type of way, fuck them. Honestly, fuck them. I don't have time. I don't care how bad she is. I don't care how beautiful she is. If she disrespects you, you need to test her. Okay? Don't just think with your cock. Think with your mind. Oh, she's so beautiful. The more beautiful a woman is, the more harder the test will get. Okay? Because beautiful females are used to the attention. They have so many options. They don't give a shit about you. So what you have to do is you have to prove that you're the shit. So laughing it off, I feel, is a great way to test her. Now, she wants to see if I'm the shit. I'm trying to see if she's the shit. Laugh it off first time, haha, blah, 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 turn into a charming movement, blah, 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 blah. I wait for the second test, blah, 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 blah. Second test depends on what she says. Actually, no, it doesn't. It depends. Oh, you're being small, you ain't shit. Okay, now I move on to boundaries. I'm like, all right. Then I'll change up. I'll be like, I'll be laughing, I'll be smiling, and then my face will literally change and I get slower. I delay, and then I go like, don't talk to me like that. I don't appreciate that. And I'm not going to tolerate hearing you say that to me. I'm going to get real serious. I'm going to look her in the eyes. I'm going to delay so that I know she's paying attention to me. Boundaries. Boundaries, y'all. Boundaries is important. Because she is trying to figure out how she can be around you so that she can devise if you're the best for her kids. Boundaries. Boundaries is important the second time, in my opinion, because this is what the best way that works for me. This is the way how you get that, what's the word? The respect, honestly. This is the way. This is how I've done it. Now, females, after the boundaries, after the second time of bad talking you, after the second time, if she continues on to the third time, she ain't shit, leave. That's what I do. I just leave. You don't respect my boundaries? I'm gone. I don't fucking care. When you start realizing that you can win eye contact, you will start to see different results in females. I don't fucking care. What the fuck you gonna talk to me like that? Okay, peace. I'm gone. Stop caring. I don't give a shit. I literally just don't give a shit. This is what I tell my friends. Like, my friend the other time was like, damn, why don't females want to have a relationship with me? And I just said, stop fucking caring. I don't care. I don't care. Stop caring. Oh, she talked to me like this. I don't fucking care. Do the process. Laugh, then boundaries, and then dip. If she wants to continue with the bullshit, dip. Third time is when you dip. Dip. Okay? Leave. I don't even want to talk to you. Peace. Because you cannot make a female respect you. You must show that you are worthy of being respected. This is what I learned through multiple tests, okay? You cannot make anyone respect you. You must show that you are worthy of being respected. This is the way on how to show yourself to be someone of worthy of being respected. All you have to do is tell them, look, this is what I do. Laugh it off, turn into a little charming movement. If I'm trying to get her, which I've been dormant for a long time, trying to sharpen my tools. Been dormant for a long time, so I haven't been out there in the field much. But when I was, this was something I observed through lots of eye contact and lots of looking at people and lots of body language. If you can laugh it off first, you can take my technique. I don't care. Take my technique, turn it into your own, see what works for you, because my technique may not work for you, because this works for my physique, this works for my facial structure, this works for my background in life, this works for how I increase my value. It will not work. I don't think this will work for someone who's obese. I do not think it will work. Why? Because someone who's obese is not going to be respected ever, unless you have something that backs that up. Like if you're a rich obese guy, okay, a lot of people are probably going to respect you. But if you're a broke obese guy, you're probably not going to be respected by anybody. So it depends on who you are. If you are someone who, you know, is kind of fit, you have some credentials that make you, you know, more valuable than some random guy, some average guy, then okay, this may work for you. But this works for me. I don't know if it'll work for everybody. I doubt it will not working for anybody, because laughing it off is losing. But you need to understand, I'm not trying to, when I'm trying to convey a message to the female, hey, I'm okay, you know, you can be safe with me. I know I'm not going to be aggressive. I'm okay. You know, you can chill around me. I'm trying to make her feel comfortable. Trying to make her feel comfortable. This is what I do with every female I've ever talked to, every female I've ever conversated with, even if I'm not trying to have sex with her. Every female, it doesn't matter the female, okay? Every female. I do this with every female. And most of the time, because I've been dormant for a long time, I haven't really been in the field. Whenever I'm talking to a female, it's just a fucking practice. It's honestly just a fucking practice. Because I'm busy. Okay, right now I'm in a process of doing a lot of things. I don't have time to even have a relationship right now. I'm not trying to get there, but this is what I do all the time. I laugh, boundaries, and then dip. If they want to continue the bullshit. If they don't, if they stop at boundaries, she has passed my test. And when she has passed my test, get her number, see what happens. I have to drop my pen for that. Once she has passed my test, get her number, move on. See what happens after that. You know, she has to pass my test though. If she doesn't pass my test, she's out the fucking door. Why is she out the door? Because I'm gone. You won't see me the next day. You won't see me the next second. I did so quick, you forgot I existed. I do not care about you at that point. I do not care. You guys should not care. Men, you guys should not care. Stop caring. And you will be respected better. But you must have something to back it up. You must have a background. You must have something to say that, you know, maybe this guy is a little bit valuable. Maybe I'll treat him better. You cannot be some fat obese guy playing games on a day, jacking off the porn every fucking night, and trying this technique. It will not work for you. You will lose at laughing it off. Laughing it off is losing. But if you contain it in a way, I have trained it into a system. I am not losing. I am actually testing you. I am letting you manipulate me to see where you're trying to make me go. And it works all the time. All the time it works. Oh, it works all the time. It works all the time. Laughing it off, boundaries, get her number, get her messaging or whatever, or dip. That's it. That's all I do. And in this way, you'll be treated better. I'm not going to guarantee it, because this is not universal. But this works for me. So, if you are in a position where females talk to you in a bad way, like what happened at my job, okay, stop it. But what also you can do. Now, these are the only 3 things you can do during this test. You cannot do anything else. You can either nothing said, laugh it off, or boundaries. What also can work. I love to see what works. I love to see different techniques. I love sharpening my tool. I love polishing my tool. You can either do this. You can either nothing said, but change your body language. So if a female comes up to you with the bullshit, really all it is the bullshit. If a female comes up to you with the bullshit, you can nothing said, but change your facial structure and look like you're not someone to be fucked with. You can use your body. You can use your face to convey a message. Hey, I don't appreciate that. Don't talk to me. You can say that by saying nothing with your body language, because females have the ultimate superpower of picking up that. So you need to understand that. You can say, you can do nothing said. You can go that route if you have the facial for it, if you have the facial structure for it, if you have the physique for it. Sometimes you feel fear around men when they say nothing. Some men have that ability. Not everybody. Not everybody. If you have that though, you can go this route, and most of the time she won't try again. It's way easier this way. But this comes if you have that physique, that background. If you have that and she tries the bullshit, you can go this route and she won't do it again. If you go this route, you're cool with everybody. Laugh it off, boundaries, dip or number. Dip or number. That's it. There's fucking no in between. You're gonna give me your number, or am I gonna leave? That's it. If I want to go that route with her, if I do. So lately, as of right now, I'm focused on other things. I am not looking for a relationship. I don't have time to do that activity. I don't have time. So that's not really my goal. But this is what I do. Either you're going to give me your number so we can further get to know each other, or I'm going to leave. And when I leave, you are going to miss me. Why? Because I'm fucking cool, okay? I'm a cool guy. Everyone wants to be around me, okay? That's your mindset. Your mindset is you are worthy of being respected. You are worthy of being a person that people want to be around. You are worthy of being a cool guy. You're worthy of that. So you got to show people you're worthy of that. You can take this route. You can take this route, but don't ever set boundaries off rip. What I mean by off rip is instantly. A female says something bad to you, do not say, I don't appreciate that. No, you've been defeated already. So you have to go either these two routes. Every female will test you. It doesn't matter who she is. It doesn't matter how young she is. Every female will test you. Get fucking used to it. Okay? Deal with it. It has to happen so that she can test your validity. You can only go those two routes because these are the only things you can do. If a female comes up to you with the stage, once you start winning the eye contact stage, you will start to notice that you will get closer with females. You will. They're just testing you. Just pass the tests. Come on now, guys. It's not that she hates you. She's trying to hurt you. Just pass the test. So you can go those two routes. All right. That's what I wanted to convey in that. Nothing said, boundaries, or laugh it off. So, another thing that we have to put out. Another thing. I'm going to go into a part 2. Maybe. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know. There's a lot to say. There's a whole lot to say. Guys, if you are with your girlfriend, right? Your girlfriend for 3 months, right? You are with your girlfriend for 3 months. What happens is when you start to develop titles of girlfriend and boyfriend, you will actually start to notice that these tests may start to happen more and more. Because a female is always constantly trying to test your validity. Constantly. There will be different ways on how she tests you, and there will be different ways on how she doesn't test you. You need to constantly be testing her. You need to be testing her validity as a woman, and she needs to be testing your validity as a man. You need to have a test, a system, something that works for you so that you know if she's even fucking worth it or if she's for the streets. If she's for the streets, why are you talking to her? If she's not, okay, then you need to be testing her. She's going to be testing you. You're going to be testing her. So you will start to notice that she will emotionally test you from time to time. Now, you need to always win the eye contest. Eye contest is so important because eye contest is the factor that says you're either going to get the number, you're going to get the pom-pom, or you're going to stay in a relationship with this female or not. You need to win always the 2-second eye contest mark. So she will test you emotionally different times during a relationship. She'll cry, she'll complain, she'll tell you to do this, she'll manhood check you, she'll talk to your friends, maybe even that. She'll just do different stuff. She's trying to test your emotional stability. She's trying to test your authority. She's trying to test your dominance. It all is going back to that. Is this the best man for her kids? You need to make sure that she is not trying to actually disrespect you. She's just testing you. That's all she's doing. And when you look at it from a standpoint of, okay, she just wants to test my validity, it makes you less aggressive. So just understand that she's just trying to test your validity. Be fine. And continue to be as valuable as possible. You need to be grinding towards something. You need to be getting somewhere. You need to make sure that you're trying to get better every day. And the more and more value that you build with yourself, you start to realize that other people treat you differently. Other people treat you better. Females. This is for in terms of the females. Men, okay? So look. It's good to know, right? That's good to know. So if you're in a relationship with a female, expect these tests and understand that they're tests. When this stream ends, you need to go back and look at it again. You need to understand that there are points that you will incorporate in your life. And what I say may not work. But if it does, fuck yeah, hell yeah, we gotta win. Shit, we gotta win. We gotta win, baby. If it works, cool. If it doesn't work, okay. If it doesn't work for you, then what you need to do is you need to start working on yourself. You need to go to the gym. You need to, well, not go to the gym, wherever the gym is. I recommend going to the gym in your bedroom. You need to start eating better. You need to start going towards something. You need to start going towards something. You need to start developing your network. You need to start making more money. You need to just do things that make you more valuable as a man. And you'll start to notice that you probably won't even have to do this. Like, you probably won't even have to go through the tests, really. A female, like I said, a female will always test you. It doesn't matter the caliber of woman. It doesn't matter the caliber of man you are. A female will always test you. Because you will only attract people who believe that they are on the same level playing as you or higher. Only people you can attract. You cannot attract necessarily and keep a circle around you that is lower than you. If you are, then you are actually on the same level playing field. Like, if you're rich, only hanging around broke people, you actually think broke, which doesn't make sense. Rich people only stay with rich people, or rich people only stay with richer people. That's it. There is no rich people. Oh, I'm with my broke friend. No. If you're broke, you can only attract people who are broke. You won't attract people who are rich. You just won't, because rich people stay with rich people or richer people, and broke people stay with broke people or broker people. That's how it goes. So you need to understand that people either believe that they're a higher echelon than you, or they're on the same level playing field than you. So females will always test you. This is why. Because you're on the same echelon in people's minds, or they are higher, or you're higher. Same thing. So you'll always be tested. So you must understand how to win, or how to level the playing field. I always like to level the playing field because I don't want people to think I'm better than them, and I don't want myself to get carried away and think that I am better than them. I always have to humble myself. This is what I do, because it always goes back to, okay, I don't want them to think that I'm better than them, and I don't want them to think that I think I'm better than them. So what do? So this is why I came up with these things: draw, win, or lose in the first stage, laughing it off, boundaries, dip, or number. Now, there is no in between. There is no, I'm going to dip and then I'm gonna come back. What the fuck? I don't come back. Why would I come back? There's a whole, and I always tell people this: look, why are you going back to the same female? Look, there's fucking 4 billion probably women. There's 4 billion women out there. Why would you just settle for one? Come on now, are you crazy? No. Look, if she fails the test, you leave immediately. You don't text her back. Oh, sorry. No. Bullshit. Okay, you failed her test. Or rather, no, you failed her test. Yeah, you failed her test. And no. She failed your test. She failed your test. Come on, stick to your morals, guys. Stick to your system. Stick to it. You cannot let your penis win over your mind. Your mind must be sticking to its system, sticking to its reliability. This system has been with me for a while. It's reliable, so I go with it. Okay, go with what works for you. Try mine out. If this is your issue, if you have an issue with females talking to you like this, try it. If it doesn't work, try something else. Because honestly, I think I covered it all. You can either try my system, you can go the nothing said route, but you better have a good physique. You better have a background, because it won't work. It won't work if you don't have a good physique or you don't have a good background. You can be fat and rich and get respect, but you cannot be fat and watching porn every night and playing Call of Duty and get respect. It's just not gonna work. As a man, this is for a man. A female can do whatever the fuck she wants. That's just the reality of it is, guys. Just the reality of it. Okay? We gotta get over it. This is just how it is. Okay? Men are required to perform more, harder than females. A female, she can go through her life and have fun all the time. So man, you cannot. So you gotta build yourself up every day. That's how it is. So we gotta accept it, figure out how to play. This is a game, you gotta play. I like aggressive women. I like women who test me like that. Yeah, because I get to test them. It's so much more fun. It makes it so much more fun. Personally, I appreciate, you know, especially if a female wants to try and win in the eye contact stage. I don't like that because this makes my day fucking weird. Why is this fucking female trying to dominate me? It's fucking weird. Honestly, if it gets to that point, if you win the eye contact stage twice, you have to go and talk to her if you're interested. If you're interested and she's cute, you have to. This is your chance. She is actually saying, come and get me. It doesn't matter if you screw something up and she rejects you. It's okay. Move on. Like I said, there's tons of women out there. Look, move on. But if you don't say anything, you're now awkward. Because in her mind, she's like, the fuck is this guy not fucking me? let me stop saying it like that. Why is this guy not talking to me? Like, come on. What the fuck is wrong with this guy? Just come and talk to me already. You have to go and talk to her. If you win twice, you will start to notice your life will change. People will treat you differently. When the eye contact stage, life gets so much easier. Talking to women, for that matter, it's so much easier. Now, I'm going to admit, I am not a player, not a womanizer. No, I'm not that. I don't go up to a whole bunch of women and say, hey, baby, you want to go have sex? No, I don't do that, okay? I am in a position of life where I do not prioritize that right now. So I haven't even been trying out there. But every single time I do this, I have seen real world results where females think, oh, why you must have multiple girlfriends. Like I was literally, I'm gonna tell y'all a story. I was literally in one job one time, and I was talking to a female, and her friend came along, and I did the same system, females, and I was talking to them in Spanish. When you don't have another language under your belt, oh my gosh, your world expands. When you have another language under your belt, oh my god, the world changes. When I learned Spanish, everything went through the roof. Everything. It was crazy. It's crazy. Anyway, because I'm an American and learning Spanish, like, you're an American, but you can speak Spanish? Okay, that shows you have dedication. That shows you have motivation. That shows you're a man that is not afraid of hard work. It provides value. Anyway, that's me. I was talking to them, and she was like, how many girlfriends do you have? And I'm like, me? Nunca, never. I don't have that many girlfriends. What are you talking about? And then her other friend was like, why are you lying? I'm like, what are you talking about? Why would I lie? But since I'm a guy who, like, you know, I'm always laughing, I'm always smiling, I'm like, they couldn't believe it. They honestly couldn't believe it. I'm not going to go into what happened later, but I'm just trying to say that this system works, okay? And if it doesn't work for you, which I doubt it won't, because I think this system can work even on an obese fat guy. I really think it can. An obese fat guy who, you know, plays Call of Duty all the time. But then eventually what will happen is if you continue to be with that female and that's all she sees you doing is playing Call of Duty, jacking off the porn all night and being fat, then eventually she will come to disrespect you and then it won't work anymore. But initially it will work. Initially it will work. But that's why you have to stick to your morals. You have to stick to your system. Stick to your system. Laugh it off. Batteries. Dip. Or get the phone number. That's it. There is no, oh, maybe she'll get no. If you can't pass my test, I don't want to talk to you. If you cannot pass my test, fuck you. If you cannot pass my test, I don't care. Because if a female doesn't respect you, why are you talking to her in the first place? But you have to find out if a female talks to you like that, why are you talking to her in the first place? You have to understand, you know, do you want to be talked to like that? And if you do, well then fuck this video, alright? But if you don't, then watch this stream multiple times until you get it. And then use it in real life. That is what I wanted to say about the guy who was in job and the female talked to him like that, which was absolutely unacceptable. I do not like that because I understand how it feels. But now I'm trying to tell the people because I know it's not happening to just him. It's probably happening to a lot of people. So that's why I put out the message. Try it out for yourself. Okay? Because this shit works. All I'm gonna say, this shit works. And you'll start to notice your life will change. Your life will change when you can win eye contact. When you can win the first 2 seconds, life gets so much more fun and more explorative. And everything just starts to change. It's so much more fun. But yes, I understand that females will always test you. Always will. This system works and I think it's great. So try it out for yourself. Y'all be safe out there, okay? Y'all be safe out there, and make sure who you're talking to in terms of being a female is worth your time and worth your presence and worth your value and worth your attention. Make sure, because if she is trash, if she is for the streets, do not talk to her. Do not give her your attention. Dip. Dip. Or give me your phone number now. Or give me your messaging now. Whatever it is you ask for. Don't act. If you're trying to, if you do this, if you meet a female in person and you pass this test and you do this system and you ask for her Instagram, she's not gonna go with you, okay? Don't even fuck. Phone number now. Get personal. You have to get personal. Because the more personal you are, the more access you have. Because you have to understand, in the world we live in, there's a culture of simps, simp culture out there. So she's getting tons of men. Why should she choose you? Why? I beat you in eye contact. Easy. Second, I passed your test. You passed my test. Let's hook up. Hook up by, getting to know each other. Okay, I like to take things slow. Females that take things too fast, want to fuck on the first day, I don't like that. Personally, I don't like that. Females who want to have one night stands, I don't like that. Females who say, I love you so quick, I don't like that. But if that's your style, you do you. Personally, I don't like that though. I like to take things a little slower because I like to make sure that the female I'm with is quality. Okay? I like to make sure of that. Things could take a month. Things could take a week. Things could take 2 weeks. But I guarantee you that it doesn't take long. It doesn't take long at all. You can do some absolutely amazing stuff depending on your performance. Telling you the tricks and tips, guys. If you meet a female in person and you do the steps, give yourself 1 hour. The more and more better you get at it, the more and more better you get at how you talk. It can take 5 minutes. Give yourself 1 hour. Get her phone number. And then immediately talk to her a little bit. Then the next day, take her somewhere. Oh, I really enjoy our talking. Let's go out for a little restaurant. I know a good place. Depending on where you take her, whatever your goal is, if your goal is to just have sex and leave, then don't take a female out for dinner. It's just a waste of time. Take her out somewhere where it's kind of secluded. Now, it really depends on the person. Okay? It really depends on the person. It depends on who you are. It depends on who she is. For me, I like meaningful, lasting relationships. So I'm not going to talk to a female, just have sex with her, leave her. I do not do that. I like meaningful, lasting relationships. And for me personally, if you are just going to have sex on the first day, I'm not interested in that. I'm just honestly not interested in that. But you have to understand what you're interested in. So you guys have to decide. I gave you the tips and tricks. You can use it for what you want to do. You can use it for your life. See if it works for you. And be safe out there, y'all. Make sure y'all wear condoms, okay? Or if that's not your style, be safe out there. Don't be getting anyone pregnant, all right? This is the tips and tricks on being a nice gentleman, okay? Tips and tricks. I'm a gentleman, okay? I'm always respectful. I'm that person, so be cool out there. Y'all be cool. I might eventually do a stream on how to be charming because I've always been charming, so I might do it. I don't know. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video stream. I hope you guys gained some value and insight from this. I hope you guys have a fantastic ass day. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next stream. Peace. Peace.